Hello everyone, odedex here, welcome to episode 84 of my Sinto Let's Play. So as you can see, I'm still back here again in my nether cage. There have been some changes. Mainly I've noticed that once I've changed to 16 of those magmatic crucibles, one engine didn't cut it, so I upgraded it to 3. But I'm still using the same wireless signal system here to disable them when I don't need to, because then again, 3 of them will generate more energy than I need. One of them didn't generate enough, 3 generate more, but like this, it's working the way I expect it to. And also change something here slightly. First I removed this extra chest that I had here because it was being quite pointless. I changed the way this thing looks right now to use a restriction tube that goes like this, because I did have a problem with this magmatic crucible as a priority similar to this relay, and it had kind of a logical problem when you think about it. And also made this into a restriction tube, even though at the moment a normal tube will do is just as fine as well. Made this a restriction tube so in case I expand in the future to more of those magmatic crucibles, this is already in place and will always be counted as the furthest inventory possible. There is no further inventory than this, otherwise I'm building 5,000 blocks away. So pretty much it's balanced now. I got to the point where it's rather balanced, and yeah, just giving it a little bit more time, see how it works, and we can get back to doing other things. One more thing, actually, in my HV solar array factory, I think that was the last change I made, and pretty much the last change I'm gonna make. All the filters that were moving things long distance, I first did it with the machine blocks and then the iron, and then I changed basically everything. The copper wires, the chipsets, and I think that's it actually. Everything that's moving items long distance, and rubber as well, here. I changed them to transposers. For the same reason I did it for the machine blocks, to eliminate the possibility of very large amount of inner buffers, like stacks and stacks of inner buffers. This way it pretty much, very much lowers the possibility of this happening. So yeah, everything is now transposers. The only filters that remain are the ones, this one, the one taking from the HV solar factory, but this doesn't change anything. Basically only the ones that move directly from a fabricator into some sort of machinery to process it. So those are the only filters that are still here. Everything that moving stuff is changed to transposer. And I'm not saying I missed this one, but actually this is short distance enough to not matter that much. Alright, so can finally get back to my bees, my precious bees, and build my Alveary. So let's see, what do I need to do. I think this should have been finished by now. Yeah, I got myself 3 stacks in a bit. That should be the right amount for the Alveary. Now, an Alveary has many different types of blocks. It has the actual Alveary block. That's the one that I'm going to need, so I'm just going to get started with this and then I'm going to go forward. Most of those are not actually block that you can see. They're kind of a remnant of the actual mod. I don't know, any eye picking those up, they're not actually supposed to be here. But yeah, some of them are. There is this, the Alveary fan, the Alveary heater, the Alveary hygrogrillator, and Alveary rain shield, and the Alveary lighting. I think those are extra bees actually, not original forestry, but we're gonna look into them later. So let's actually start creating the Alveary. So the Alveary is gonna require 27 blocks of this Alveary block, which will require all the cement paneling that I've made, and basically 27 impregnated casing. So that's quarter of a bucket per one. That's, how much is it? 27 times this. Okay, so I'm gonna need 6 3/4 of worth of seed oil buckets. I think, yeah, let's just go for 7, and I will have 1 spare impregnated casing. I'm gonna need a ton of logs. I don't know if I have enough. Probably don't have enough, but there is a forest nearby. I think you can just go and chop it. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough, but can start building it. Let's see. I still have some logs here. Let's set up the recipe for the impregnated casing and throw the 7 oil cans in here. And yeah, I'm gonna let it finish. I'm gonna need 27 of those impregnated casing, which is gonna take a while. So let me get this. Oh, and by the way, one more thing. I tore apart everything in regard to this nether pump. Or not everything, but most of the engines are shut down. I'm waiting for this to shut down, and I took away the chunk loader because that was the last thing that was keeping my nether force loaded all the time, and now it's not. So yeah, I took it apart. I still have the design here, so in case like 30 episodes from now I'm gonna want to build it again, this will be a quick reference on how to. But otherwise, yeah, the nether is no longer loaded, so it should remove the strain from my world just a little bit. Looking at the way my geothermals work, I have a feeling the 16 magmatic crucible that I have right now are not gonna cut it. I'm probably gonna need to get more eventually, but for the time being, they're gonna have to wait and gonna make do with what I have right now. Although yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to make more. Since basically once you set up the groundwork, it's gonna last forever. That age has infinite amount of netherrack, so there is no problem there. Okay, so while I'm waiting, let's see. There is this Alveary block, there is the Alveary fan, and the Alveary heater. I guess those two blocks are kind of exactly the opposite of each other. They will make. You seem to need something here. I'm not sure what. I guess they're the opposite of each other because I know in Alveary you can modify the temperature. For example, right now I'm standing in, I think, a meadows biome, or what biome am I? Mini jungle. And mini jungle is maybe quite humid or quite hot and so on, and those two blocks can modify it by applying, I assume, buildcraft energy. So this is kind of a nice thing that Alveary can do. Okay, so let's set up the recipe for everything else. Now, do I need some sort of liquid to actually get the recipe done? Oh no, it just created on a normal crafting bench. So I can just set it up right now. 27 blocks. I do have one spare impregnated casing. Is there any other use for it? Alveary and Alveary, no. And you need the Alveary. What's a mutator? Frame housing. You can actually apply frames? Yeah, I'm feeling all of those blocks are extra bees blocks, not original. Yeah, I have a feeling that first you wouldn't add the mutator block, although it seems very interesting now that I see it. But yeah, okay, let's set it up. So you're gonna need 27 of those blocks, and I'm going to need some wood slabs. Let's clear my inventory. I'm gonna set it up right at the edge of my already existing apiary area, so right here. Yeah, right here seems fine. So, you know what, let's move it. Let's not have it right here. I'm gonna break that small stone wall that I have here. I'm not exactly using stone bees yet, or at all. Let's just let's have it here. So here seems nice. So it's one of those multi-blocks thingies that once you place it's gonna automatically update and realize that it's a building of its own. So 1 layer, 2 layer, 3rd layer, and you have to finish it off by placing half slabs. Now there are many different type of wood, but I think the most simple basic one will do. Should now update. Or not. Oh, there you go, updated. And now it acts just as well as an apiary, or pretty much the older apiaries. The humidity here is normal, everything is normal. And yeah, this will now act as if it was the old apiary. It doesn't require, I think I'm going to go for Imperials here. Doesn't require any frames, and its product rate will be as good as having frames, even if not better. And yeah, now in terms of automation, I'm not exactly sure how that works. It doesn't have those very easy to understand blocks and top blocks, like side and top, so I'm gonna need to play with it. But I would like to try, actually seeing those blocks, the mutator seems very interesting, and I think I can actually also build the Alveary lighting, so it will work in the night as well, but for that I'm going to need a lot more Alveary blocks. So that's something for the future, actually. But yeah, you can see I already got the dripping comb in here. They're gonna work pretty much really fast, and I'm going specifically for Imperial Queen because I do have a lot of industrious bees. I made a lot of them to catch up with the rest, but I was running low on Royal Jelly, and Royal Jelly is gonna be used in the tier 3 extra bees machinery, which I'm gonna try and get today. The empty serum vial, and I think there was one more thing. Or actually okay, that's just it. But that's a crucial part in the tier 3. It's a must in most of the machinery there. Okay, so I just would like to see how can I automate this, if at all. And I can get started with my tier 3 machinery. Okay, let's see. Let me get the normal set of pipes that I would use, which are an Apiarist pipe, golden pipes, wooden pipe, and so on. So one wooden pipe, a redstone engine, a redstone torch, and then some iron pipes, one diamond pipe to be changed into an Apiarist pipe, and some golden pipes. And now let's see how it goes, how it all connects. Because as I've said, I don't really know. There is not a very clearing look to it. Like, you know that the top will accept bees in the apiary, but I don't know how it will work in the Alveary. Can I get rid of all those flowers, please? That will be nice. Okay. So let's just flow with it. Let's try what will happen if I simply connect it somewhere. Say here. You can see the product rate is already very high. Okay, let's see. Let's say it's gonna look like this. And no, you know what? I don't want to have some weird issues here. Let's just connect it from here. So let's say it will be connected here. This will obviously have to be changed to a redstone torch and an engine. The night is going down. Okay, so stuff is gonna start pulling out now. Let's break this pipe for now. Actually, let's get over the night. Okay, so the night is done. Okay, so let's assume the wooden pipe will be here. So the Apiarist pipe will be here. And I guess this will be a golden pipe, an iron pipe. This will be golden and another golden pipe, I guess. Or actually, no. This will be a golden pipe, and this will be an Apiarist pipe. And this will be a golden pipe again. And now I'm going to need to add an additional iron transport pipe here. It will go like this. And let's modify it. So assuming this works as I would expect it to, white will be bees, any bees. And yellow, oh no. It cannot be connected like this, okay. So this will be the Apiarist pipe right here, and this will be a golden pipe. Okay, so assuming this works, red will be any bee, and blue will be anything. And let's see if it works. So if I connect it like this, combs and the royal jelly should be going to the blue side. Yet they don't. Oh wait, this wasn't set up correctly. Okay, now it is. And once they die, if they die, they should... I'm expecting the red slot to actually send the bees over here. This is not... It may not work as I might expect it to, so this is what I'm waiting for, but let's let it cook for the time being. See what's what as things progress. And I can get started on my tier 3 machines at the time being. So let's do that. So all the tier 3 machines will require an advanced genetic machine. Or, yeah, advanced genetic machine. So I'm going to need 5 of those. There are 5 types of tier 3 machines, and I may not need all 5, but I want all 5 just to have them. So I'm going to need 5 genetic machines as well. Which means 5 Apiarist machines, which are a lot of copper, sturdy casing, and copper. We should have most of those. Yeah, I have the sturdy casing, and copper and redstone. Okay, so copper and redstone gives me the first type of the Apiarist machines. The next type will be this, which requires iron and lapis and the basic circuits. So tin, redstone, and yeah, so tin, redstone. I'm gonna need 5 of those, so that means 5 buckets or 5 cells. So I do have some spare cells somewhere around here. Yep, from my uranium I'll always make a bunch of extras. So I can just quickly use my transposer here and get my 5 cells and build them. Okay. And later I'm gonna need some more enhanced of those cells, so that's more bronze, some more water, and some more redstone. I do have some bronze, so that's not a problem. I will need 5 more cells. Yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I got the 5 basic circuits. Let's change the recipe to use the bronze to create those bronze circuits. And I can add some more redstone here to make sure that I have everything that I need. I'm gonna need some diamonds, some gold, and some iron and some lapis. So diamond, gold, iron, lapis. And once this is done, should have everything that I need. And by the way, I've reduced the overclockers here to 9 instead of 11, because that's, again, because I still have the problem with the lava. And I'm thinking it's taking a really long time either to balance, or it's already balanced and it's simply not being good enough. So yeah, since I don't have enough energy from this geothermals at the moment, I'm gonna require to add... I was required to reduce the number of overclockers here to 9, so they stop overcreating, and I'm now getting rid of all those surplus scrap boxes that I was having. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need to increase my magmatic crucibles to more than 16. Okay, so I got those 5 advanced genetic machines. Now there are 5 recipes to use them in. I'm gonna create all 5. Let's start with this, the isolator. So the isolator is going to require blaze rods, redstone, and emeralds. So 3 emeralds, blaze rods, and redstone. I'm going to explain what each machine does once I'm placing it and started using it. At the moment, there is not much point. I'm going to simply point at blocks with new names that you guys have no idea what they're doing, and it's not going to help anyone. For the next one, I'm going to need 3 Eyes of Ender and 3 empty serum vials. And for each one of those, I'm gonna need some glass panes, golden ingots, and royal jelly. I'm gonna make a bunch of those because I'm gonna need a bunch of those in the future anyway. So let's just get a lot of royal jelly. I should have some spare. Let's just make new ones. A lot of glass panes for everybody. Okay, so empty serum vial. 14 of those, no problem. And for the Eyes of Ender, I actually forgot. Okay, just needed an Ender Pearl and some Blaze Powder, so that's not a problem. I should have some spare Ender Pearls. Yeah, 3 and 3, exactly what I have. Okay, so got my replicator done. Next in the line will be the purifier, which is going to require those tanks and 3 gas tiers. Should have some spare tanks somewhere, I think, or not. I have 3 of those. And 3 gas tiers. Good thing I was killing them ghasts in the Twilight Tower Fortress thingy tower. So I have all of those. Instead of going to the nether right now and start killing them. It's gonna be a very boring process. Okay, 2 more machines left. We're going for the inoculator, which requires 5 magma cream, 2 more of those empty serum vials, and a redstone. Magma cream, I can make some, so there is no problem. Yeah, exactly the amount that I need. Pulverize 1 blaze rod. Oh, okay. And I got myself my inoculator. Whoops. And the last machine will be the synthesizer. Synthesizer will require 4 soul sand and 2 more tanks. Basically a lot of glass goes into this one, and 4 soul sand. Should have some here. Yep, not a lot though. I probably may want to harvest some more at some point, going to nether and taking care of that. So 2 tanks and the actual recipe. Why doesn't it like me? Did I not pick the glass? Where is the glass? There it is. There we go. 5 machines. Let me clear my inventory and we can set them up. Okay, so quickly let's take a look here. Yeah, seems to be fine. The queen is here again. And so I guess this is working as I would expect it to. Basically it kind of makes sense. You can only input in one inventory here, either here or here, and extract from only one inventory here. Although it should be, you know what, maybe it's the case here as well, and I actually didn't notice it. But, no big deal. Anyway, it works, so awesome, got myself. Should have a proper supply of royal jelly in the near future. Okay, so those 5 machines, all of them will require a lot of energy, and some of them will require some liquid DNA. So I've been cooking a lot of bees. I got myself a very nice supply of liquid DNA here. It's not a full tank yet, but it's getting there. So I'm going to place those machines right next to each other here. In no specific order. I may move them in the future if it will make sense, although I don't know if it will. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to replace those 5 blocks with the energy. I may actually change this in the future to be actually having specific batteries for each one of those machines. They will consume a ton of power, you'll see in a second. And I'm gonna break the glass behind them to actually be the liquid DNA. Now I could get it from the top, but I don't want it to be quite nice looking, at least from the inside. From the outside it's gonna be ugly as hell. Gonna be holes in the walls and stuff. So it's gonna be relatively ugly from the outside, but quite nice from the inside. Now, not all of them require liquid DNA, but some of them do, and this will be just an easy way to get them all the liquid DNA that they need. Let's update this pipe. There we go. We got all the liquid DNA, and we can finally place the actual machines. So in no specific order, probably gonna change though. You know what? Let's first place them and see what they each do. So the purifier, okay, the purifier doesn't make sense. The replicator doesn't make sense as well. The isolator I think makes sense. Yeah, okay, so let's start from the isolator. So the isolator will take any strain of B, any B, and isolate some aspect of it. So for example, let's take a B that I have, which is unidentified. That will be a good example. Let's pick just some B here. Should have a lot of identified cultivated drones. Okay, let's just pick one. Get my Bialyzer and BLAs. Okay, so this bee, when you look at it, you can see it's a fast worker. It has the shortest life. The temperature it requires is normal, and it has no type of tolerance towards the temperature at all. And the humidity it has is also normal, and it has no type of tolerance towards the humidity at all. And the flowers it likes are flowers, just normal flowers. So the isolator can take that bee and take serum vials and will simply, using energy again, you can see that the usage can be 50 Minecraft joules per tick. And I think this is the least expensive machine. There are actually machines that will take more energy per tick. This is why I was considering getting so much more Minecraft energy in here. Anyway, it will process this bee, sometimes lose it, sometimes not. Most of the time actually it will not lose it, but sometimes it can lose the bee. The bee will simply disappear. And isolate any one of those type of properties, either fast worker, shortest life, any one of those properties, or the actual cultivated strain on its own, like the cultivated bee species, which is why I built this entire thing for. This is why I wanted those. So this is the isolator. And you want, since it makes sense as the first part in the chain, let's place it the most left one. Let's place it right here, so it can start building up its energy pool. It should start building its energy pool, yet it doesn't. No bee. Yeah, of course there is no bee, but no empty vials. Okay. Is there no energy whatsoever in here? What's going on? Should be some spare energy here, but it doesn't seem like it. Nope, this battery is empty. How is this battery empty? This engine should work. Oh, it's overheating. Yeah, the electrical engine and this battery have kind of a hate-love relationship on the way they work. They don't work together as I would expect them to. Anyway, yeah, now it's gonna start generating a little bit more energy, and this should start building up its internal pool. Yeah, okay, so you can see this is a stored amount of energy right now. Alright, so after I get any type of serum, it can have some sort of quality. It can have either bad quality, awful quality, like I had in my templates here, for example, an average quality. However, I'm not exactly sure what they do for either one. I'm not exactly sure what the quality means for either the template or the serums, but I'm gonna find out eventually. So the purifier can make it better at the expense of energy, and liquid DNA can make it a higher quality serum. And the replicator can take an existing serum and make an identical one to it, like make another one of those serums. The synthesizer can charge it with charges, so every time you make any type of serum, it has a charge. You cannot, for example, duplicate the cultivated drone species and use it infinitely. Like, basically, yes, you can use it infinitely, but every time you use it, you're gonna need to recharge it with more DNA. This is basically the cost of all of this. Liquid DNA is mostly the cost of everything here. And most of the things have a very high price tag. So you will need some liquid DNA to get this thing going. This is why I've been cooking so many bees, unused bees. So this is the synthesizer. I think I may purifier synthesizer, and yeah, I may have confused the synthesizer with the purifier. No, actually I think I got it right. Yeah, the synthesizer will charge it up, the replicator will replicate it, the purifier will increase the level of it, and the last part is the actual inoculator. This one will take a bee serum and inject it with it, sometimes successfully, sometimes not. So let's place them in some order that makes sense. So assuming I first make the serum, then I'm probably gonna want to purify it to make sure it's good. And then I'm probably gonna want to replicate it if it's good or not. And right before using it, I'm gonna want to charge it up. And then eventually I will want to use it. So from left to right, it has some logic to its order here. Now I do have some issues with power I didn't expect to have. For some reason this electrical engine doesn't like me very much. I don't like him either, if that makes sense, but yeah. Yeah, those electrical engines have some problem interacting. Yeah, it's gonna overheat again. They have some issues with the way the thermal expansion batteries work, so I'm gonna have to change that. There is no doubt about it. I cannot use it anymore. I'm gonna require a lot more energy now. Okay, so let me get a soldering iron and break this and find another solution. Okay, so since it's getting very close to the end of the episode, pretty much, I decided to go for a band-aid solution for the time being. This is a very temporary solution that's not going to stick. It's just something temporary. Obviously, gonna take this off for now. This is not the way that I'm going to go for in the future. This is not yet not relevant anymore. Now, in order to actually take it down properly, I think I'm gonna need to do this. Yep. Okay, so I removed the circuit, so I can keep it and not destroying it. And with lossless mode enabled, I think actually the electrical engine can simply be broken with a pickaxe. Yeah. Okay, so simply I'm gonna use just a magmatic engine for the time being and have another ender tank right nearby to fill it up with lava. I'm gonna need to make sure the dial is like this, or like this, or actually it will not push lava on its own. I think it won't. Okay, so I may need to use a liquid duct here. So one liquid duct with a redstone torch in the actual ender tank. Will it now do this? Why am I not getting any lava in here? Is it such a low priority? What's going on? Okay, so the red marker needs to be on top. Okay, so like this. And in theory it should fill it up. Or maybe it doesn't interact from the side. Okay, like this it should interact without any problem, so I don't know what it's waiting for. I guess I simply don't have enough lava. Okay, so this is why I made the second one. I have a theory that, well, the amount of lava I have here is a specific amount. It cannot change, but I have a theory that if I'm gonna place another ender tank here, it's gonna move faster to my world. Just a theory. Let's see if it actually does. Again, obviously it's the same tank, but I think when a liquid network has the access to the tank twice, or basically has another access, it will spread the lava more evenly, and basically the inventory that has the access twice will get more lava. Now, if it works or not, I don't actually know. Fact being, I don't get any lava here yet. That's kind of annoying. Well, anyway, this is temporary. I'm gonna play with it a little bit off screen. but I really would like to get those tier 3 extra beast machinery working, so in the next episode I'm gonna find a better solution for what's going on here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, see you guys next time.